I do, it just sucks. So weird. Let's rank download. Yeah, there I put the link in general bus. Yeah, so this is the facility that I've been building. It processes a bunch of metal into a bunch of different stuff. This building here processes ore into ingots, and then all these trucks uh, take everything to the different buildings to be made into different stuff. Except for that building. That building makes aluminum that does its own thing. It's the loading bay. And like all this stuff is massive to give you a sense of the scale. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, stuff in this game is huge. But, like, it's like kind of a logistic game. You gotta like run power for everything. And I'm like kind of a freak, so I have like a power room with like all like organized power and separate switches and stuff. A bunch of like organized power lines. Um, yeah, check this out. Over here. Yeah, I showed him some of it. Yeah, I'm gonna fly around a bit. I'll show him the hypertube. Yeah. You like that one? Yeah, racing the drone. Yeah, that one actually got like a bunch of likes and a bunch of views in a very short time. One of my best shorts. I didn't expect it to do that good. Fuck yeah. Perfect. Yeah, this is all like copper ingots coming from downstairs. This goes and like feeds all the trucks. This here is like all belts with iron ore that are feeding the floor above. And then like this here is all water that gets pumped in from all these water extractors, and then it goes all the way up to the ceiling to a bunch of buffers, and it comes back down into all these pipes and feeds all these machines. Yeah, this build is pretty epic. It's pretty huge. I built these. These are like signs. These are billboards, like to make it look like they're like sitting in like molten lava, molten metal or whatever. So they're like refineries making ingots. Wait, I want to show you my aluminum building, bro. I just finished it. It's so good. Fuck yeah. Let me fly around a little bit. We got all the little miners. Those all have drone ports, and those drones all fly ore into the buildings. Like ports all the way up there, over there. That's where all the water comes from. All those water extractors. Over there. Yeah, you see in the top right, complete phase 4. I have to make uh, like this kind of stuff that's like this takes. To make these thermal propulsion rockets, I need to make like modular engines and turbo motors and cooling systems. You can see what that takes. The cooling system takes heat sinks and rubber and water and like nitric acid or nitrogen gas. And you gotta so you gotta set up like production chains of like a bunch of different shit. I'll show you. Look at the inside of this building. I just finished setting up all these street lights and all these paths. What do you think? Thank you. This building, this is the newest building out of everything. It looks the best in my opinion. What'd you say? Oh yeah. Yeah. These are foundries. Those are so like this system is a little more complicated to make aluminum. The other metals like iron and copper and stuff, you just smelt them and then it just turns the ore into ingots. But these, you have to make these refineries and you process bauxite with water into alumina solution, and that gives off silica too as a byproduct, which I have all like going down into the floor. And then like the water, then the alumina solution comes to here, and these get made into scrap, and that goes into these, and those get made into ingots. Check this out down here. This is all the inputs and belts and all the guts that all feed these machines. And yeah, I built the whole building, all these machines, everything. And you know what's really cool about this game too? I'll show you real quick. Oh, actually, real quick. Let's go upstairs. I'd take the elevator, but it's faster, just much more. There's a bunch more guts on this floor. Where this is where the aluminum ingots come up, and then they all come up into all these machines, and then get processed into a bunch more stuff. These sheets and fluid tanks, casings go up here. then all that goes upstairs to these drone ports. Flies back to my main base. I'll show you the hypertube. Check this out. And this build is pretty massive. It's pretty huge. This building here has 700 machines in it. It's got like 120 machines on each floor. See it in a second there. I'm looking through the window. And then this here, like all of these outputs, they're just going into these sinks because it's all gonna go to like a manufacturing building later, but I haven't built it yet. So all of this facility is like kind of doing nothing. At least these buildings. That building is doing stuff. The aluminum building. Oh yeah, the hypertube. And then let's go. I have 430 hours in it now. I bought it on May 16th, I think, a month and a half ago. Watch me zoom. It's probably hard for the stream to catch up because I'm going fast. Oh, yeah, when you go through the boosters, it's like a bunch of entrances all stacked up, so it like accelerates you really fast. So it's like toop, 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 toop. And when you're going fast, it's like even more exaggerated. Kind of stutters when you go through them. Check this out. This is my main base, my first base that like makes all my shit that I'm using to like build the forge. So. All of that. It is a lot. This is like 200 hours of play. The other place is like 230, maybe a little more. Oh, I muted myself with my PlayStation controller when I'm on PC. Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely not for everybody building a bunch of machines and like trying to get all of them organized and all the efficiency and whatever. Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, the big updates just came out. This building is pretty clogged. Yeah. Oh, that game is super fun, but you need to have a pretty good computer to be able to play it. I played it, and you get to a point where your city gets big enough that your computer just crashes, and then you can't keep playing. Post-apocalyptic. It's a hard word. Yeah, I wish that drone race video was higher quality, but I recorded it like retroactively, so it was low quality. That's part of the reason that I try to stream all the time now too, is then I have stuff like that captured in better quality. And like the short I made about putting the lights in the loading bay, that one was so much easier to make because I just go to my live and just clip stuff out of my live. There's a lot of my voice in it too. Are you looking at this right now, Buster? This is my power plant. All these refineries. These all process crude oil and stuff into fuel, and it's called turbo fuel. So it like runs all through there and then over to here, and then into those and into those fuel generators. And these blenders make rocket fuel. They mix the fuel with nitric acid to make rocket fuel. All my drones in my network are powered by rocket fuel. I don't know, but I do know. I have 79 drone kits. I think that's pretty cool. 18,000 backup rocket fuel. Hmm. All right, dude. Have a good one. Yeah. Good being